If tomorrow was the day you actually had to draw your concealed carry right now, today would you trust what's on your belt? Most people carrying in 2026 are walking around with the wrong pistol. Not because they don't care, because nobody told them the truth. Today, that changes. These are the only 10 pistols actually worth carrying concealed, and we're cutting through every overhyped, overpriced option on the market to get there. This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote harm or unsafe use of firearms. Number 10. Walther PPQ M2. The Walther PPQ M2 doesn't chase trends, and that's exactly why it still earns a place among the only pistols worth carrying in 2026. In a market flooded with optics-ready hype and modular systems, this pistol proves something most people forget. When everything goes wrong, your trigger control matters more than your feature list. And the PPQ M2 delivers one of the most refined striker-fired triggers ever put into a carry handgun. It's short, crisp, and brutally consistent, giving you a level of control that feels almost unfair compared to its competition. But this isn't just about the trigger. The ergonomics of the PPQ M2 feel like they were designed around the human hand under stress, not on a design table. The grip naturally aligns your aim, reducing hesitation and wasted movement when speed matters most. Under recoil, it stays composed, tracking cleanly back to target without forcing you to fight the gun. That kind of predictability builds confidence, and confidence is everything in a defensive scenario. Now, here's where it becomes truly relevant in 2026. While many pistols are shrinking in size to the point of compromise, the PPQ M2 stands its ground as a control-first platform. It may not be the smallest option, but it gives you something far more valuable: shootability when your body is under pressure. This is not a gun you struggle to master. It's a gun that works with you. That's why it's still worth buying. Not because it's new, but because it's right. Number 9. Glock 17 Gen 5. The Glock 17 Gen 5 has no business being underestimated in 2026, especially in a world obsessed with smaller, thinner, and more concealable pistols. Because here's the truth most people ignore. When it comes to real defensive performance, control beats concealment every single time. And the Glock 17 delivers control in its purest form. This is not a compromise gun. It's a full-size platform that was built to perform under pressure, not just disappear under a shirt. At first glance, people dismiss it for concealed carry because of its size, but that's where smarter carriers think differently. With the right setup, holster, and wardrobe, the Glock 17 becomes a dominant carry option for those who prioritize shootability over convenience. The longer slide, full grip, and balanced weight distribution give you unmatched stability, especially in rapid fire. It doesn't snap, it doesn't wander, it tracks like a machine that's been perfected over decades. The Gen 5 improvements only reinforce that dominance. A smoother trigger, improved barrel accuracy, and refined internals create a system that feels almost indestructible in function. It doesn't need flashy features or marketing buzzwords. It works. Every time. In 2026, while many are chasing smaller guns that are harder to control, the Glock 17 stands as a reminder of what actually wins fights: accuracy, consistency, and confidence under stress. It may demand more effort to conceal, but what it gives back in performance makes that trade-off worth it for those who take their carry seriously. Number 8. Beretta PX4 Storm Compact. The Beretta PX4 Storm Compact is one of the most overlooked concealed carry pistols in 2026, and that's exactly why it deserves to be on this list. While the market chases striker-fired simplicity, the PX4 quietly delivers something different: mechanical smoothness that you can actually feel every time you pull the trigger. Built around a rotating barrel system instead of the traditional tilting design, this pistol doesn't just shoot, it glides through recoil in a way that most modern handguns simply can't replicate. That difference becomes obvious the moment you run it under pressure. Instead of a sharp snap, the recoil feels softer, more controlled, almost delayed in a way that helps you recover faster between shots. It's subtle, but in a defensive situation, subtle advantages become massive ones. The double-action, single-action system may seem old school, but for those who train with it, it adds a layer of control and safety that striker-fired guns often lack. The grip is full enough to anchor your hand without feeling bulky, and the overall balance makes it surprisingly manageable for concealed carry, despite its slightly thicker profile. It doesn't try to be ultra-slim, it focuses on stability, and that decision pays off when accuracy matters most. In 2026, while most buyers are chasing the latest trends, the PX4 Storm Compact stands as a reminder that innovation doesn't always mean new, it means effective. This is a pistol built for shooters who understand control, not just convenience. and that's exactly why it's still worth buying. Number 7. Shadow Systems DR920. The Shadow Systems DR920 doesn't feel like a typical concealed carry pistol. It feels like a performance machine that just happens to be carried. Built on a Glock-inspired foundation but aggressively refined, this is what happens when a company takes a proven platform and removes every weakness serious shooters complain about. The result is a pistol that doesn't just function, it performs at a level most factory guns never reach. From the moment you grip it, the difference is obvious. The frame geometry is enhanced for control, the texture locks your hand in place without hesitation, and the undercut trigger guard allows a higher grip that translates directly into recoil management. This isn't accidental, it's engineered for speed. Under rapid fire, the DR920 tracks flatter, returns faster, and demands less correction between shots. It feels like the gun is doing part of the work for you. The trigger is another major shift from standard, striker-fired expectations. It's cleaner, more responsive, and tuned for precision without sacrificing reliability. Combined with an optics-ready slide and upgraded internals, the DR920 doesn't just keep up with modern carry standards, it pushes past them. Now here's why it matters in 2026. Most concealed carry pistols force you to choose between size and performance. The DR920 challenges that idea by delivering near-duty level performance in a platform that can still be realistically carried with the right setup. It's not built for casual users, it's built for those who expect more from their equipment. This is not just a carry gun. It's a serious defensive system that rewards skill and demands respect. Number 6. SIG Sauer P320 M.O.D. The SIG Sauer P320 M.O.D. doesn't fit into the traditional idea of a concealed carry pistol, and that's exactly why it belongs in this conversation. In 2026, carrying a handgun is no longer just about picking a fixed tool. It's about choosing a system that can evolve with your needs. And the P320 M.O.D. is built around that philosophy from the ground up. At its core is the modular fire control unit, a serialized heart that allows you to reshape the pistol entirely without replacing the platform itself. That changes everything. You're not locked into one grip size, one configuration, or one roll. You can tailor it for deeper concealment, better control, or even transition it toward a more duty-oriented setup, all while maintaining the same internal system you've trained with. That consistency builds familiarity, and familiarity builds speed under pressure. In the hand, the P320 M.O.D. feels solid and deliberate. It carries a slightly heavier presence than ultralight pistols, but that weight translates into stability when firing. Recoil feels controlled, not abrupt, allowing faster follow-up shots without fighting the gun. The trigger is smooth and predictable, designed for repeatable performance rather than gimmicks. What makes it worth buying in 2026 is not just its performance, it's its flexibility. While many pistols force you into one role, this one adapts as your carry style, environment, or experience evolves. It's not the smallest option, and it doesn't try to be. Instead, it focuses on giving you a consistent, adaptable platform that grows with you. This isn't just a handgun, it's a long-term system built for serious users. Number 5. Walther PPS M2. The Walther PPS M2 doesn't try to compete with modern, high-capacity micro-compacts, and that's exactly why it still earns its place in 2026. While the market is obsessed with cramming more rounds into smaller frames, the PPS M2 takes a different path. Absolute concealability, without sacrificing control. This is a pistol built for people who actually carry every single day, not just those who compare specs online. The moment you hold it, you notice how naturally it disappears into your hand, and more importantly, how easily it disappears on your body. Slim, lightweight, and perfectly contoured, it's one of those rare pistols you don't feel the need to adjust constantly. That matters more than most people realize, because comfort directly affects consistency. If a gun is uncomfortable, it eventually gets left behind. The PPS M2 avoids that problem completely, but don't mistake its slim profile for weakness. The ergonomics are classic Walther, refined, intuitive, and built for real control. Even with its smaller frame, it maintains a stable shooting platform that doesn't feel overly snappy or unpredictable. The trigger is clean and consistent, not flashy, but reliable in the way that matters when speed and precision collide. In 2026, when many pistols are becoming more complex and feature-heavy, the PPS M2 stands out by staying focused. It does one job, concealed carry, and it does it extremely well. It's not trying to be everything, and that's exactly what makes it worth buying. For those who value simplicity, comfort, and trust in a real-world defensive tool. Number 4. AREX Delta Gen 2M. The AREX Delta Gen 2M doesn't come with the loud reputation of legacy brands, and that's exactly why most people underestimate it in 2026. But this pistol isn't trying to impress with history. It's built to prove itself through performance. Coming from a manufacturer known for precision machining and military-grade standards, the Delta Gen 2M feels like a quiet professional. No hype, no flash, just execution where it counts. In the hand, it immediately feels balanced. Not too heavy, not too light, right in that zone where control and comfort meet. The ergonomics are surprisingly refined, with a grip angle that promotes natural point of aim and a texture that holds firm without becoming aggressive during daily carry. It's one of those pistols that doesn't fight you, it works with you, especially when speed becomes a factor. The trigger is another strong point. Clean, predictable, and consistent, it avoids the mushiness often found in lesser-known platforms. Under recoil, the pistol stays composed, tracking back to target without unnecessary movement. That consistency builds confidence, and confidence is what separates hesitation from action in a defensive moment. What makes the Delta Gen 2M worth buying in 2026 is its value-to-performance ratio. It delivers a level of reliability and shootability that rivals more expensive pistols without demanding a premium price. It's not chasing trends or overloading features, it's focused on being a dependable, everyday carry option that doesn't break under pressure. This is the kind of pistol that doesn't get talked about enough, but once you run it, you understand exactly why it should be. Number 3. Glock 19 Gen 5. The Glock 19 Gen 5 doesn't need hype, marketing, or reinvention to stay relevant. In 2026, it survives because it simply refuses to fail where it matters. While the concealed carry market keeps shifting towards slimmer and smaller designs, the Glock 19 stands firm as the benchmark of balance. Not too big, not too small. Just enough of everything to handle real-world defensive scenarios without compromise. What separates it immediately is familiarity. Even under stress, the grip angle, trigger feel, and overall operation feel instinctive. There's no learning curve. Once you've spent time with it, it becomes second nature. And that's critical, because in a defensive situation, you don't rise to the level of your expectations, you fall to the level of your training. The Glock 19 supports that reality by being consistent every single time. The Gen 5 refinements only strengthen its position. A smoother trigger, improved barrel accuracy, and simplified internal design create a platform that feels both modern and battle-proven at the same time. It's not flashy, but it doesn't need to be. Under recoil, it stays predictable, giving you the control needed for fast, accurate follow-up shots without overthinking the process. In 2026, while many pistols chase innovation, the Glock 19 continues to dominate through reliability and balance. It's large enough to shoot well, compact enough to carry with the right setup, and simple enough to trust without hesitation. This isn't just a good option, it's one of the safest bets you can make in concealed carry. Number 2. Staccato C4X. The Staccato C4X doesn't enter the concealed carry world quietly. It arrives with the kind of performance that instantly separates it from everything around it. This is not your typical striker-fired carry gun. This is a precision-built 2011 style platform designed for shooters who demand absolute control, speed, and refinement. And in 2026, it represents what happens when concealed carry meets high-end performance engineering without compromise. From the first trigger press, the difference is undeniable. The single-action trigger is crisp, light, and incredibly precise, far beyond what most carry pistols offer. It feels less like pulling a trigger and more like releasing a shot exactly when you decide. That level of control translates directly into accuracy and speed, especially in high-pressure scenarios where consistency matters more than anything else. The weight and construction of the C4X also play a major role. While heavier than polymer competitors, that weight works in your favor by absorbing recoil and keeping the gun flat during rapid fire. It tracks smoothly, allowing faster follow-up shots with less effort. This is a pistol that rewards skill and gives experienced shooters a serious advantage. Of course, it's not for everyone. It demands a higher level of commitment, both financially and in training. But that's exactly why it belongs on this list. In 2026, concealed carry is no longer just about having a gun, it's about having the right tool for your level of expectation. The Staccato C4X isn't built for average. It's built for those who refuse to settle. Number 1. SIG Sauer P365X Macro. The SIG Sauer P365X Macro represents the modern direction of concealed carry in 2026 high capacity, compact size, and real shootability all blended into one platform. This is not just another micro-compact trying to shrink dimensions for convenience. It's a rethinking of what a carry pistol can be when engineering finally catches up with user demand. At first grip, the X Macro feels surprisingly substantial for its size. The full-length grip frame gives you control that most compact pistols simply can't match, especially during rapid strings of fire. That extra surface area changes everything. It keeps the pistol stable, reduces muzzle flip, and allows you to maintain a consistent firing rhythm even under stress. It feels less like a small gun and more like a duty pistol that was carefully trimmed down for concealment. The recoil system is one of its biggest strengths. Instead of feeling snappy like many micro-compacts, the X Macro stays flatter and more predictable. That translates into faster target recovery and better accuracy when it matters most. Combined with a crisp striker-fired trigger and optics-ready slide, it fits seamlessly into the expectations of modern defensive shooters. What makes it stand out in 2026 is how complete it feels. It doesn't force you to sacrifice capacity for concealment or control for size. You get both in a way that actually works in real-world carry conditions. It's practical, efficient, and designed for people who carry every day, not just occasionally. The P365X Macro isn't trying to be revolutionary anymore. It already is. Out row. That's the full list of the only 10 pistols worth buying for concealed carry in 2026. Each one brings a different strength. Some focus on control, some on concealment, and others on pure performance. But the real takeaway is simple. The best carry gun isn't the most popular. It's the one you can trust when nothing goes right. Stay prepared, stay trained, and choose wisely.